Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, script by Sarah Kuhn. And this is from Del Rey. There you go. A little bit of Del Rey right there. And you might be asking yourself, script by Sarah Kuhn, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. This is the script for a radio or an audiobook. Kind of more of an audio play, in my opinion. I don't know if anyone makes that distinction. There's sound effects and different actors doing characters and such. And just real quick, this says, Dr. Aphra teams up with Darth Vader himself in the original script to the audiobook production, an expanded adaptation of the critically acclaimed Marvel Comics series. So, an expanded adaptation of Dr. Aphra's adventures, or early adventures, in the Darth Vader comic, and I guess some of the Star Wars comic from Marvel, when they got the rights to Star Wars back, when Disney bought Star Wars and already owned Marvel. I want to look at the copyright page to see. So it's the Darth Vader series by Kieran Gillen and Salvador Larroca, and as well as material from the Star Wars series by Jason Aaron, Mike Deodato, and I do not know how to say his name, Lanil Francis Yu. No idea how to pronounce that properly. So this takes place between Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, and Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. We meet Dr. Aphra she's narrating the story. She's recording it. So we meet her in the middle of an incident with Maz Kanata. And we find out kind of right off the bat who Dr. Aphra is, which is essentially an amoral archaeologist adventurer. And so right after this incident with Maz Kanata, I always want to say Katana, Maz Kanata, or Maz, she is getting into some trouble. She's rescued by Darth Vader, and she goes to work for him. Vader has heard that she has certain skills that he has a use for. And so she goes on a bunch of different harrowing adventures while in the employ of Darth Vader. And meanwhile, while that's going on, we get flashbacks. So we learn about her childhood, about her parents, about her time at university, about an early romance. And we meet all sorts of different characters. We've got 000 and BT, who are what looked like a protocol droid. Well, I guess he is technically a protocol droid, and a blastomech droid, which is the, R2-D2's an astromech. This is a blastromech. He's got the top of his head is in a dome. It's a little blockier. They're both, in the comics, I think they're both black, essentially, and they are psychotic. I love them. Great characters. We meet Black Kernstain. I don't know how you say his name. There's a list of the characters here. Let's see. Kersenstan. Black Kersenstan. It says, disgraced Wookiee, fearsome bounty hunter. Do not challenge him to a pit fight. He's got a scar over his eye. And there's a lot of, obviously, Darth Vader's in this. But we've got Padme Amidala, Princess Leia, Luke, Han, Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2, Palpatine, Boba Fett, IG-90, not to be confused with IG-88. Bosk is in here. So a lot of characters. If you're a fan of Star Wars and just the movies, there are characters you're going to know. There's a lot of other characters that I don't think have ever been in any of the movies, but they're absolutely from the comics. So, yeah, it's the adventures of Dr. Aphra when she's working for Darth Vader, going on these different things as Darth. He's sort of lost his position with the Emperor because the Death Star was destroyed, and he's trying to... Darth is trying to gain back some power. And I don't know that this is a spoiler. He's trying to learn, Darth Vader's trying to learn who blew up the Death Star. So, right off the bat, it is a script. Can you see that? This is in script form. It's not a novelization. It is the script itself that was used for the audiobook. That is an expansion of the story from the comic books. I have not read these comic books. I am a huge Dr. Aphra fan. I have trade paperbacks of the series that came right after what went on in here. I don't have them all yet, but I have the first few. And then I have they started with a new number 1 not so long ago, and I have the first trade for that. I've got the second one on order. I love the character. I don't even have to say probably. Dr. Aphra is my favorite non-movie character. She's wild, and as I said, a bit amoral. I'm not even sure if I should say a bit, but I have a board game called Star Wars Outer Rim, which is it's mercenaries and bounty hunters and stuff. And you can be Han Solo, you can be Lando, you can be Bosk. But Dr. Aphra is in there, and I always play Dr. Aphra. Just love the character. So the story itself here, the book, as I said, it's being recorded by Aphra. She's the one telling us the story, so bits of it are embellished. It even says that right at the beginning in... Let's see. Somewhere. Okay, so there's like show notes within this. And at one point it says, this is right on page 4. We hear the blasts and explosions of a truly epic space battle. Perhaps a bit exaggerated in its epicness, because this is the story as Aphra's telling it, and she is nothing if not over the top. So... I don't know how it is in the comics. It is a Darth Vader comic book. So I assume what we're getting there is what happened, the way it happened. And this is, again, Aphra's, I don't want to say an unreliable narrator, but she just may be exaggerating a little bit, which is a lot of fun. And I love the voice of Aphra. I'm not talking about the actor's voice in the audiobook. I'm talking about the character voice. You know what I'm saying? I love the way she tells the story. And, her narration of the story. And it gets, there's a lot of action, a lot of exciting stuff going on, but there's also a lot of true character beats. We get to know Aphra very well, especially in the flashback stuff. And as the story progresses, she starts off, we're just introduced to her, and she's this brash, this brash, crazy, wild adventurer out for herself, always looking for the angle. She always talks about how she makes her own doors. So she always has a way out, a way forward. But we learn that this isn't necessarily the whole truth about who she is as a person. When we get these flashbacks, when we learn about her relationship with her parents, when we learn about this relationship she had at university, we get more emotional depth to the character. It's interesting. I do want to, at some point, read the actual comics. Unfortunately, this doesn't say specifically which issues they are, although it shouldn't be too difficult for me to find that out. And then I'll get the trades that can, at the very least, I'll get the trades that contain those stories. I do love the characters of the droids. It's just so great that you have these crazy, psychotic droids. 000 is always talking about those flesh bags that he wants to torture, and BT is imagine R2D2 as War Machine from Marvel. So if Iron Man is R2D2, then BT is War Machine. Or, if R2D2 is Iron Man, BT is War Machine. Just packed with ordnance, and more than happy to use it. Great, fun characters. So yeah, that's... I haven't said too much about the plot, I don't think. Just the bare bones. You don't have to have read the comics to read this. Again, this is an expanded adaptation of those comics. So you're going to get whatever you would learn from reading those, you're going to learn from reading this. It's a great introduction to the character. I really love that cover. You got Darth Vader. You can see the droids over here. BT and 000. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It makes me wish or hope that there will be actual more Dr. Aphra novels. As much as I love the comic, give me more. I want more. There's always been rumors that there's going to be a Dr. Aphra TV show. I'd love to see that, but I'd be more than happy to have more novels with Dr. Aphra. I don't want to cover the author's name there. So that's it. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra. I gave it 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. And yeah, let's get some more, people. Come on. Disney, are you listening? I want more Dr. Aphra. I'm sure that's going to make a difference. All right, so yeah, that's the Star Wars Dr. Aphra, script by Sarah Kuhn. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just be polite, post a spoiler warning. We always try to be polite here on the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post post pictures of books, comics, board games, and occasionally fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. And that's all I've got. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.